Hey, everybody. Can you hear me now? Oh, you're going to have to shut that off. That's a no-go at this station. Hey, everybody. Nathan here with Sampson Farms and
Temperance.
Johnny.
She's
So-
more. She's more of a new member.
as she's being cute and being good. So, how is everyone doing this evening? All right, so let's welcome everybody. The Homestead, how you doing? Beats Little Homestead, how you doing, man? Mimsy's Garden, HIS, Happy Inches Little Homestead. Hey, Mary. Mama Z, Texas Kitchen. Papa Z, Grammy Karen, My Quirky Quarter Acre, Thrifty VG. How's everybody doing so far? Claybank Homestead. How's it going, man? Legacy Home and Garden. Welcome. J Love Adventures. I want a refund. Getting started on homesteading. Hey, bub. Ooh, making a pie. That sounds. All right, what kind of pie? There's only 2 wrong answers. In Your Yard Homestead. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Hey, Dutch Off Grid Homesteading. Hey, Paul, how you doing? No refunds for me. All right, deal. No refunds. What about donations? I'll take donations. Making lemonade from lemons. Hey, Battle. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm glad you're doing well. We're doing pretty well too. We've had company since Saturday. I don't know if y'all have heard about that or not. Hey, Rachel, Garden for Cheap. Don't know if y'all have heard that we've had some good company since Saturday. Hey, Southern Blessed Homestead, how y'all doing? But they headed north this afternoon, and I don't blame them one bit. They're ready to go home. Brett and Cindy's Tennessee Living, how y'all doing? Pokey, what are you doing? Kinfolk Farm of Georgia, hey, what's up? Brett and Cindy's Tennessee Living. But yeah, we sent them home today. We got our project. Hey, North Star Prep Center. We got the project that we started, raised $405 through with Prep Center Bob and them on his show. Bought the 4x6s to lay down on the frame. I had some secondhand lumber we used to build the walls and frame out the doors. And then used some more lumber we had to build the trusses for start the roof. I need to go and get some lath board and get some other stuff to the polycarbonate panels to do the roof. And at that, it should pretty much North Star Prep Center, yes. The more people donate and help out, the quicker it gets completed. The quicker we get it completed, the quicker I can write up a material list and a cut list and everything like that, so everyone would be able to duplicate this if they wanted to. And I plan on just giving it to people. I don't free knowledge people. It'll be an easy project. We designed it and built it so we can put gutters on it for rain catchment. That way the greenhouse is pretty well a self-contained unit. It's 8 foot by 12 foot, sitting on 4x6 runners, so I can pull it around with the truck if need be. Oh yeah, greenhouse is always a nice addition. And this one is going to have plenty of space. Uh, I've got shelving systems. I'll have to build shelves for it. One corner I'm going to leave open for our long tools since it's going to be over there by the uh, garden anyway. Oh, you are building a greenhouse. It's pretty well built. We just have to sheet it now. It's pretty much done up to that point. Hey, Simply Jan Homestead. But yeah, we built the frame, framed it up, put it on 2-foot centers, set our trusses, built them, set them. All in all, me and Bob, I have like 2.5, 3 hours work in it. Hey, from Ridge Life. Hey, Ridge Life, how you doing? Ain't never enough time. How you doing? Riley Homestead. Hey. Uh, North Star Prep Center, about, I think the total cost is going to be about $1,000. We raised about 400, but we saved a lot of it in using 2x4s that we already had. So I'm not 100% sure on how much it's going to cost to finish it out yet. But the polycarbonate itself is going to cost about $500 to do it all. And I'm fine piecing it together month by month if need be, but I'm going to get the roof on there before too long to get it all labbed out and start putting the polycarbonate on. There is going to be some pieces on it that are going to be metal, like metal building metal, especially like the 3-foot around the bottom, the trim work, because I'm going to trim it out. But other than that, the biggest cost, no, it's not even going to cost that much for the polycarbonate. The biggest cost are the storm doors, and they're about $150 each, so they're $300 for the doors. But we have almost enough to do the roof, and then one of our neighbors had some 6 mil plastic that we can wrap the outside of it with 6 mil plastic, and I can go back and put in the polycarbonate and the metal later. Hey, strong enough to be in Homestead. It seems like I just saw y'all 2 days ago. How y'all doing? I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody's comments. I'm not intentionally trying to leave y'all out or anything like that. Just the chat is kind of small from this distance, and it kind of rolls by. Poly sheets can be pricey. Yes, they can be pricey depending on the size. They can be upwards to about $22 a piece. Ravens Nature's Family Farm. Hey, guys. Hey, Self-Reliant Roadshow. I missed y'all. I am so sorry. I did not see y'all in there. Seems like I just saw y'all 4 hours ago. Doing okay. I wish you were doing better than okay. Hey, Leanna, McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. How you doing? Miss Grace, I missed you. I'm so sorry. Nathan, someone sent 100 for you. I'll pay it to. Thank you, Bob. I greatly appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Sojourner, hey, how y'all doing? But yeah, that is the plan. The way the money sits now, that is the plan. I'm awesome, Liana. I'm absolutely awesome. So that's the plan now, is to lab the roof, put the polycarbonate on the roof, and then from there we're going to wrap the outside of it in plastic, and I will piece it in as we go by. And Legacy Home and Gardens, I am not monetized. I cannot receive super chats at this time, but I do have a PayPal if you would like to PayPal it. One of my moderators will be happy to put that in the chat. I still need about 1,800 more watch hours before we're monetized. But once we're monetized, I will be able to receive super chats. But so currently the plan is polycarbonate the roof, wrap the rest of it in plastic. That way we can still be using it as we're completing it. But this is a stout little structure, and like I said, you can move it around with a truck or a tractor, anything like that. It's I wouldn't exactly say it's lightweight, but it's not super heavy either. Like I said, we put it on 2 foot centers. Uh, it was nice. Like I said, me and Prep Star Bob, it only took us 2.5, 3 hours to get done what we did, and it's a very, very, very easy process on what this is. I'm telling you. All right, Kathy, give me 1 second. I'm getting it right now. Boom. There you go. Thank you, Paul. I greatly appreciate that. Uh, watch Arizona. If you like Murray, you just love all the food I cook, don't you? But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful structure. Uh, I get more and more excited about it every time uh, we look at it. But and having someone like Bob here to help me out, who knows as much about construction as he does, it just flew by. I mean, me and him, it wasn't too much instruction between him and me, and I mean, he knows his stuff. I'm pretty good at it myself, so we're able to get a pretty good workflow through it. I was cutting studs, he was putting together walls. We both laid out walls. We got it laid out, set up. We'd stand the walls up, and I'm cutting, and he's attaching, and we're standing up, and I mean, we just knocked it out. It was just nothing. Hey, Katie, she moved mountains. How you doing? If I missed somebody coming in, I do apologize. Bob does know this stuff. That is definite for sure. The Self-Reliant Roadshow. Bob, I hope you have fun at Stringfield Ridge Farm. It's I told you their place is nice. I love it. I'm glad you found somewhere to park and get up there. Katie, I am amazing. Hey, Cecilia Jansen, how you doing? Quake Lake Home Place. Hey, neighbor. Just reading everybody's comments now as we're going down. But so yes, here before too long, I will once I get the lathing and the polycarbonate for the roof in, I will make a video on that. Uh, while Bob and Mrs. B were here, I didn't film anything, but it's all going to be on the Self Reliant Roadshow channel. So I want to make sure everyone goes and checks that out. That way they can see the start of this, and then you can see me finishing it out. Is Temperance holding your cute puppies? She is holding one puppy. We only have one puppy left. The other three have found new homes, and this is Miss Pookie. And Pookie loves me the most, so she's probably going to stay. Yeah, Temperance has a lap full. That is Temperance's arch nemesis, by the way. Temperance says she only doesn't like Pookie when Pookie's bad, but she says Pookie's bad all the time. But Pookie's adorable.
Pookie's being good now.
She's being good now. Hey, Peanuts Peppers, how you doing? Glad to see you here. But we'll probably have. If I'm gonna probably keep her and get her fixed, and that way there's no more puppies here, because yeah, puppies are puppies. We also have some other stuff in the works that was alluded to on the from Bob. Some stuff that would change our situation just overnight, and it's another reason why we made the greenhouse mobile. And so hopefully that goes through. So the plan of making it mobile actually works out, and then we can just move it to where we need it to be moved to. You got them on? Yes, Cecilia, I got 3 of them adopted out. So Brutus, Birdie, and Brownie have all been adopted out, and we're pretty sure we're gonna keep Pookie. She ain't too much trouble. She's less trouble than Thunder is, which is Temperance's dog.
Well, Thunder is bad every once in a while, but Pookie
Yeah,
is bad.
Cecilia, the Facebook post worked. I went through a couple of local buy, sell, and trade groups and posted dogs and told people to come get them. Why did you decide to build a greenhouse, and what are you going to grow in it? Well, a greenhouse is for one, the extension by a couple of months on each end of the growing season would only mean that there's only like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months out of the year where we're not actively growing some sort of vegetable to feed us. And not only is it going to help us that way, but I have plans to, even in the future, to make hoop houses like the Stivers greenhouse out of cattle panels and come off 2 sides of this to even expand that area in order to grow. But I really, really, really enjoy growing peppers and tomatoes, things of this nature, because I use a lot of stuff from that. Uh, we make a lot of stuff from it, from pizza sauce, tomato sauce, things of that nature. And if I leave a couple of my tomatoes potted up, I can always move them back in there and extend that out, so I'm still getting fresh tomatoes even in November, early December, in some cases, depending on how mild the winter is. Now, a winter as mild as this one, I could probably even have been picking them until probably even now, because I don't think it would have gotten too cold to have killed the plants inside a greenhouse currently, because we really haven't had too much cold in this area. And I could be wrong, but it would it would greatly extend our season. But not only that, the one of the biggest things, hey, Oak Nine Farm, one of the big things with it is that I can always get my seedlings hardened off in there and get them out in the garden as well. Uh, Plus, it'll double as tool storage for the garden tools, because it's going to be over there in the garden and all of this. So why just build a shed when I can build uh, a multi-use structure? Do you have tick problems there? Simply Jan Homestead, sometimes there's ticks, especially in the woods. But when we are letting our guinea birds out and things of that nature, we hardly ever have any tick problems. Yeah, Rachel. I mean, seriously, it's been really mild this year. Um, Mostly it's been rainy, but yeah, yeah, Legacy Home and Garden. Yeah, exactly. And it's not so much as a matter of just building onto it. I can butt it up to it, because those hoop houses are just going to be plastic. So I can get things in there earlier, like cabbage, Brussels, broccoli, cauliflower, things of that nature. And then those will be gone uh, pretty early on, and I can roll the plastic back, and I can plant something else in its place. So it would just make it where uh, we've had mosquitoes last night. Ooh, we haven't had no mosquitoes yet, but so it's just, we have 2 acres over there. We have hardly anything over here, but with that, we can just keep reusing the beds over and over again and just keep planting in them and things of that nature. You gotta go lock down the pens. All right. Had snow for the last 2 days. We haven't had any snow stick this year.
Except for one time.
Sitting in the back row guarding the door. I don't think anybody's going to run out to family. I think it's all right. But we're all really excited about the greenhouse. Dave Magnuson, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. I just saw that pop up. So, once it's in place, it's just going to be a big added bonus for everything because I have protein that I've got the quail, I've got the chickens, I've got deer because we hunt deer and other things of that nature. But being able to extend the gardening season and that way we can eat fresher food all year long. Uh, Plus, there's a lot of herbs like rosemary and things of this nature that we can put outside during the spring and summer and let it, grow and do its thing. But in the fall, we can always put it. I just put up greenhouse for less than 300. Drainage meadows, farm permaculture. That is pretty cool. But we can put this one, our potted herbs, back in the greenhouse and keep them protected too. Once Stivers Homestead, hey, how you doing? Once we get electrical service over there on that property, we can always plug it in and put a small heater out there with a thermal cube. So, what the thermal cube would do is when the temperature gets below 40, it'll kick on. And once the temperature inside gets to a certain temperature, it'll shut off. So we could, with a small heater, maintain the energy of the greenhouse. No, not the energy, but the heat, the temperature inside the greenhouse. Oh, what up? Missed something. Hey, Crystal, Copper Kettle Farm. This chat keeps going by so fast. I'm glad everybody's here tonight. I do have one of our fellow homesteaders is getting close to almost to 400 subscribers. So if y'all don't have No Acres, I'm not saying go and subscribe him or anything like that. Well, if you like what he's doing and like his content, be my guest and subscribe. But I would like everybody to go check out No Acres. Just do that favor for me. He's getting close to a number milestone. So if you wouldn't mind, go check out Sean at No Acres. Check him out. See if you like what he's doing. Subscribe him. I think he needs like 9 to hit 400 or something like that. I'm sure that'll make his evening if he hits that. Grandma Karen, what did we do today? Today we built trusses and put on top of that greenhouse. We built the 7 trusses we needed. Put them on there. And that's about it. It's been rainy here all day, so really it's rainy and chilly. We built those 7 trusses, and Bob filmed it and everything, and then we put it up. Temperance, have you done any sewing with your new fabric?
Yes, I have.
She's been doing some quilt patches, putting them together. Last time I checked. Hey, city girl, country heart, how you doing? Serenity Meadow Farm Permaculture. Where are we located? We're in Northwest Tennessee. The Hive and the Homestead. Hey guys, how you doing? Dave says that they need to see your work sometime.
Okay.
Andrew asked her what
That's not a mouse critter. That's a Pookie puppy. What'd you say?
You just said her name, so I don't know if that matters.
Gina HT, yes. See, zones really only matter on perennials. On the vegetables, it's more important by your first and last frost dates. But I have started my seeds. I've started peppers, and I'm slacking on the tomatoes, but I'm going to do those real soon. Please put what? Please put questions in cap are naturally in sea. These made it. Hey, Sweet Pea Farm, New York. You see what temperature is showing y'all? Not too bad for someone who pretty well taught herself. Oh, she did that one backwards.
I
No,
can
she
fix
just
it.
needs a pet to fix it.
I'll fix it.
But yeah, she's just been sewing. She's been cutting and sewing and having fun, and she's been enjoying herself. You see a kitty behind Johnny? Yeah, he gone now. But Cream was back there somewhere. Yep, there, Pookie. Yeah, she not too bad for. I mean, I haven't really ever showed her how to sew, but she did all that on her own.
This is
Everybody's
the kitty.
saying you did a good job.
Thank you. This is the kitty you saw.
That's Cream, and he does what he wants because he's a cat. Tempe, can you sew me a blueberry and cherry scarf to gift to Nathan? No.
No. Pookie. No. Pookie. Come here. Hey.
Grandma Karen, she's doing this all by hand. We have a sewing machine. I just haven't gotten it out to set it up for her to use it yet. Nor have I showed her how to use it yet. But once I get it out and teach her the basics of it, I wouldn't have a problem with her using it. Our sewing machines, I think we bought it last year because we have two sewing machines. One, we're missing the cord and the pedal to. The other one, I was using it on something and pieces just kind of flew out of it. So I went and bought another one. Someone says that handwork is impressive for that much work. Well done.
Thank you. Well, I was watching a TV show as I was doing it.
Your sewing machine is hibernating. Yeah, she can look it up on YouTube, but I would feel better if I got the sewing machine out and showed her how to use this sewing machine myself. I mean, she's seen me use it before.
What I know, you push the pedal, it moves.
The broken sewing machine's an old Singer. Yeah, the Stivers is at the top of everybody's list of favorite Homestead channels. Well, they're not on the top of my list of favorite Homestead channels. They're at the top of my list of some of my favorite people to know.
Your kids are at the top.
Miss Bonnie from Grandma So Happy Homestead says, Tempe, there are many things that I even sew by hand. So that is a good thing to learn as well. You're doing great.
Thank you. Their kids are one of the top kids that I'll hang out with.
That is true.
Even though that they're a lot younger than me, I don't care.
All right, Pete, see you in a minute. Hey, Brian, I'm not even going to butcher it. Hills Homestead. Yep. Oh, I know. Tempe and all the kids in our community, Tempe's just friends with everybody. They don't, and she don't care how old you are or whatnot. Tempe's going to hang out and play no matter what. Hey, Runaway Homestead, how you doing? Heaven Bound Farm, nice to see you.
I matched the description of the whole birthday, the whole thing.
Hey, Overlook Valley Homestead, we're doing great. Hope y'all are too. So what else have we done this week? I mean, we've had, the live with Bob on Sunday. Our internet failed on us Sunday night as he was setting up, so I had to get him to town so we can use some internet.
Yeah.
Leave her be; she's fine.
No.
Yeah, it's funny.
Here.
Funny, their wives can't sew, but they can. I can sew. Not saying I'm really good at it, but I can put a button back on and I can sew patches back on, and uh,
There's
that's
proof
not a
of
problem.
it. There's proof of it.
Oh yeah, and everybody knows that I've done Save the Cat hat several times,
I'm just afraid of a sewing machine. I can hand sew.
and Johnny can hand sew, and she does a wonderful job at it.
I made a skirt in high school and wore it around forever.
Turning in wood, not lately, but I'm getting
And
back.
here.
Yep, I'm getting back out in the shop here in the next few days. I have to get production going again because I have to start building up stock because we're going to the gathering, um, going to the shindig, then we're going to the Bayou Bash, and we have all these events that we've already set up for,
And here.
and there we have all these events that we've already signed up for and paid our vending fees. So we need to get our inventory up, fill up all the boxes that we store our stuff in. Oh, right in the ankle bone. Uh, get all that taken care of. That way, I have enough stuff for everyone to in purchase or look at or whatever at the events. Um, I have some people that took them almost a year before they started using their items because it was too pretty, and I don't mind that either. But yeah, Stivers. Well, the bad thing is that's the ankle I broke years and years ago, so I've got a scar that runs down it from where they had to go in and do surgery for the pins weren't holding my ankle back together, so they went in and did surgery to find out why. And that scar really never, yeah, it just feels bad. Good, I'll see you at the shindig. Yes, you will. Also, when we're at the shindig, and if you see Temperance, remember to say happy birthday to her because her birthday uh, is the 1st of April, and I'm sure she'd enjoy that. She is an April Fool's birthday, but yeah, her birthday is April 1st. She turns 11, and all we're getting is attitude. Oh, I definitely can't wait for the Bayou Bash. I really enjoy that one. Thunder, leave me be. I really enjoy all the get-togethers where all my friends and family are getting together, and uh, the shindig. You know, it was shindig holds a special place because it's the first one event we went to, and then I got to meet a ton of y'all. The second one is the Bayou Bash because that's the first one we ever vended at, and we got such a great turnout, and we had so many people supporting. Uh, I wouldn't say what I do is artwork, but supporting our projects and things of that nature. So the Bayou Bash holds a special place because of that, and that, and our good friends the Broussards put it on. I mean, and so many other of our great friends help with that. But there's just so many events that we're going to go to this year, and I can't wait. It's been too long. I can't believe it's been since November since I've seen uh, a bunch of y'all people, and then yeah, and that's from going where we're seeing a bunch of y'all every couple of months, and now it's been since November, and we haven't seen any of you. So the gathering is going to be a great start, and then we get rolling a couple of not too long later.
I like the
We got
first event we've ever went to.
you like the first event we ever went to?
I got to see Granny Abby.
Yeah, you got to see Granny Abby. Nobody here knows who Granny Abby is, though.
My great grandma.
Hey, Howdy Garden. Which the shindig is a cool event for us anyway, because Johnny's grandmother lives just one town north of Searcy, Arkansas. So it's like a multifold type event. We go and hang out with her for a little bit. Easy day trip. Yeah, all day to drive up there. Nathan, do you grow collards? I do not. Sherry, I'm going to try. I cannot make any promises, but I would love to try to go to the Buckeye Sizzler. Thanks, Broussard Homestead. Take care, guys. And you have Crystal scheduled to be singing. See, I met Rachel at the Shindig. I met the Broussards at the Shindig. I knew y'all online ahead of time, but we met in person there. Met the Stivers at the Shindig. I met a lot of people at the Shindig. Met Smudge at the Shindig and his people.
Smudge.
I bet you are, Mary. I mean, because Cersei's pretty well centered up in the state, so it ain't too bad to get there from anywhere in Arkansas. Yep, met Grammy Karen at the Shindig. The cat just knocked something off in the kitchen. I might have to sit to see you, maybe, but I mean, because if I'm standing and you can just duck through the crowd, can't see you. Grace loves Smudge. Everybody loves Smudge.
I've got a Smudge sticker on my wall.
Yeah, Temperance even has a Smudge sticker on her wall. The Natural State Gardener and Homestead, that is pretty cool. Like I said, Johnny has some family that lives up in Bald Knob. His simply shining personality. So now y'all have heard all about my project. Does anybody have any projects they're doing? Because I would love to hear about it. Peanut and peppers. Peanut peppers. I'm tired of the rain. For sure.
I'm tired of cold weather. Maybe I could start my garden if it wasn't so wet or cold outside.
We need to pull the tiller out so we can swap the belt out on it. Buying a new homestead. That's got to be exciting. All right, Paul, take care. It's mud season here in North Carolina. Dave says he wishes it was colder because it's supposed to be raining instead of snowing. Ooh, second goat house. All right, is it going to be another A-frame like the other one? And the potatoes, that sounds pretty good. Finish building your raised bed next month. Gina HT, Temperance actually knows how to crochet. Johnny knows how to, well, all three of us actually know how to crochet. One of these days, I'll teach her how to knit, though.
He's the only one that knows how to do that.
Working on a trailer for my walk-behind tractor. Now, that does sound cool. Your tractor is really cool. I wish I ever had the $5,000 to get one like that. Hey, Hidden Valley Homestead, how you doing? We're going to starting seeds and we'll get finished laying out cardboard for the garden. Yeah, I know that. You gotta get ready for the big shoe. You mean the big show? And I will definitely be there. Oak Farm. I thought Mo did about everything. It's a bigger pallet house, no A-frame, but it would be collecting. Oh, that sounds real cool. Hopefully, you get it someplace where you won't have to need somebody to help move it. Yeah, Scott. I've got quite a few people here. I appreciate everyone who shows up. The thing about moving more open or building we've had and build a pig pen with all the rains money. Oh, that sounds pretty cool too. Yeah, you give me a call. Hey, it ain't no thing. I've helped you move one goat shelter before. Probably get it raised, but just keep adding up. Yeah, that's getting my germinated plant corn for the first time. I see. Legacy Home and Garden with your corn. Don't necessarily worry about planting it in rows, but plant it in blocks. You'll get better. Once it does grow, you will get better fertilization between your stalks of corn if it's in blocks and not in rows. And it needs to be like at least four. What I'm saying, quit now. But if you do it in blocks, you get better pollination from it than if you would to do it in rows. And you definitely don't want to do just one long row. If you do it in rows, take it and put it in like 4 rows and block it in like that. That way, no matter which way the wind is blowing, it's going to hit the silks and tassels of the other ears on the other plants. So you'll get I like the square foot, kind of like a square foot method. So you don't have to plan it out like a row is a row, but you can plan it out like a foot apart, and you put 4 or 5 rows out of corn. So instead of just putting one long row of corn, just subdivide that and plant them next to each other. That way you get the wind to pollinate, and you'll do a lot better that way. Hey, Don Morris, how you doing? Oh, you're most welcome. I'm actually getting kind of excited to get some corn planted. Really excited about some okra. It wants in on the okra challenge again this year because I will be announcing the start of that before way too long. Temperature not eligible.
If I did win, you could just buy the candy.
I don't think so. 6 short rows for my garden space. Yeah, 6 works, 4 works. The more you stack it in and block it in, the better it is. Nathan, does it cost a lot to have a website using Square? It doesn't cost anything. Not that mine is free. I do it. What's the details? It'll be the same rules as last year, and it's all right. Hidden Valley Homestead. Excited to start growing all the things. So it's going to be the same as last year, the 2 categories, longest pod and tallest plant. And just once we open the contest, take a short video of you planting okra and you're entered. Toward the end of the year, we'll close it down and you submit a video with your measurements of your tallest plant and your longest pod. and we go from there. Thunder quit. The okra challenge, I'm probably going to do a video around the beginning of March. That way to give people plenty of time to get their videos entered. And then on that video, you just come back and put a link from when you plant your okra in there. Yeah, 6 rows is good. It's like I said, the more you compound around it. See, the way like the bigger farms is able to do it with the rows is because they have so many rows spread out over a large area, and it can't help when the wind blows through it to hit the tassels and silk of another ear of corn. So, ooh, yeah, that's no bueno. Don't burn the pie unless it's cherry or blueberry pie, and then I don't mind if you burn that one. And then I will win again. Ha ha, J-Love. I want Pookie quit. So this will be our 3rd year of doing the hosting the okra challenge. Butternut squash pie.
And also our third year of YouTubing.
Not sure if I don't guess I've ever had a butternut squash. Welcome back, Pete. But I don't guess I've ever. I know you've had butternut squash. Your mom would like cut them in half and bake them for you, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I know. He's broken. He's anti-blueberry and cherry. Was it for crop 1, 2? First time doing it. Popcorn, corn, and corn. Yes. And if you do plant both, generally what they say is plant one 2 to 3 weeks, and then plant the other one 2 to 3 weeks later than that. That way they don't. That way you're not pollinating both of them. So if you have your sweet corn in one spot, plant it a couple of weeks early or a couple of weeks later than your popcorn. But it's the same way. Put it in block rows. And with your popcorn, depending on what kind it is, you might get an ear like this, or you might get a little bit bigger ear. But they're smaller. So, and you pretty much let them dry on the stalks. So, what is that? My favorite. Blueberry pie is my fave. Or plant them at least 50 feet apart. Well, even at 50 feet apart, they can still. There's still a slight chance if the wind's blowing just right for that. Strawberry pie now. I can get down with some strawberry pie. And everybody's talking about their favorite squash varieties. My favorite squash variety is summer yellow crook neck, a yellow straight neck summer squash. That is my favorite. Squash. And Jennifer doesn't like squash. She don't like zucchini either, unless you put a pizza on it. I never met a squash I didn't love. Okra. No, don't do that to okra. J-Love, you just keep that up there in Ohio. Now she might not like squash, but she'll eat it. But as in squash, summer squash is my favorite, and zucchini is my favorite. I really like zucchini as well, and I like eggplant, and I like slicing them up, putting them together, covering them in tomato sauce, and baking them. Yeah, uh, me too, Dave. I'm really big. I really like summer squash. I like pumpkin, but I'm not real big on like winter squash. Like I'm not really big on like acorn squash or spaghetti squash or uh, butternut squash or anything of that nature. Yeah, eggplant's really good. I really like it. Because I do have a cooking video out on taking summer squash, zucchini, and eggplant and making a dish out of it. And so, like, basically, it's just ratatouille. It's cheap. It's quick and easy. You slice it up, throw it in a pan, cover it in tomato sauce, and throw it in the oven. Fried eggplant's good too. Um, I have a great aunt from Idaho. We would dredge it in egg and use crushed up crackers to bread it with, and she would fry it like that. Bacon makes everything better. Bacon does make everything better.
What I say?
Hey, Walker Farm fam.
I like it with barbecue. Chunk it up and put barbecue sauce
The eggplant.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny. That's something Johnny kind of invented here in our household is cubing up eggplant and sautéing it a little bit in some barbecue sauce, and it's really good. I mean, it's really, really good. My quirky quarter acre. Now, my mom fry it like French fries. That's good too. And my mom, she would make squash relish. But as in pickled squash, I've never tried that. Summer squash and zucchini are about some of the first things I start throwing in the freezer. So yeah, they're definitely important here. Everybody's making Cecilia hungry, and Scott, and Katie. Everybody done got hungry. I'm not hungry. I ate like half a pizza before I came on here. If there's one thing I can sit here and drone on and on about, that's some food. Oh, I can't wait for it either. My pepper plants in there. They're about that tall. They're getting their true leaves, but man, are they getting really good. They're back from the winter challenge. Bet that was cold and miserable and cold and miserable. But I bet it was fun. Ooh, zucchini relish. I ain't never made zucchini relish. Talking about ribs, and I got you talking about food, and you got ribs baking. I've got some beef ribs out in the freezer I need to make. But right now, I've got a pork shoulder in the fridge defrosted, and I'm about to turn that dude into some barbecue after we finish up our deer roast we made while Bob and Mrs. B was here. Brett and Cindy, Tennessee living. Ooh, I wish you wouldn't have said that. But yeah, we had a freezer full of eggplant and zucchini and squash and oh yeah, it all. I think it was a trick from Temperance to ruin it all. Joke's on her. It took out her strawberries and her blackberries. She accidentally shut the cord in the freezer door, and it was enough to prevent it from sealing up. So we lost the entire freezer full of our produce we had made. But me and her both had a good cry about it while we were throwing it in the trash can. So, yeah. Won't be starting peppers until next month. I started my peppers already. But it happens. So we lost half a beef and a hog a few years ago. Yeah. This was months ago. This was, during the fall. It was too late to replant and fix it, but it was just a lot of work that we had cut up and froze and stored to squirrel away for the winter that we didn't enjoy. I even had taken up some squash and zucchini and eggplant and put them in a bag, had it all measured out and everything. So all I had to do was just pour it in an oven pan, pour on some tomato sauce and throw it in the oven. But it is what it is. There's always this year, right? I mean, I'm gonna start some microgreens till I can get them. But sounds like a plan. And what really is kind of ironic is we filled up that freezer and we found another freezer that we got for free. And we were getting ready to start filling, we was going to start filling that one up with stuff. And it's like, well, we lost a whole freezer. I give up this year. Yeah, Walker Farm Family. Yeah, it's kind of like that, except for Temperance actually shut an extension cord in there. I mean, she shut it and everything. I just need to get the keys to these freezers, and that way when we're done, we shut it and we lock it, and we know we're good. It probably wouldn't hurt nothing anyway because they're on our front porch right now. But things happen. It happened to everybody, and I'm not going to be upset about it. But anyway, it is 3 minutes to the top of the hour. So if everybody would, you can get cheap freezer alarms too. Well, Dave, I probably wouldn't. Well, maybe. I'd send me something on that. I will check that out. But it's 3 minutes to 7 Central Time. 2Fam is about to come on. We're going to get off here. We're going to head over there. Temperance has something to say. You got something to say?
On my channel, I am going to have a giveaway of something, a picture I paint.
Okay. But let's all go over to 2Family, support them. It's Tuesday nights, Monday Night Live. So as always, everybody, God bless. We'll see you next Tuesday. Same great time, same great place. As always. See you later, guys. Look at my toe.